Today on WAtv News, we introduce you to a new business club initiative, we jump into the world of rock climbing, and we learn to cook garlic bread. And WAtv starts now. Good afternoon, Wheaton Academy. I'm Tegan Allison, and welcome to our 4th episode of the semester and our 28th of the year. Wheaton Academy has always been good at supporting students in their creative ideas, so it comes as no surprise that students were able to create and pitch an idea for a new student-run food truck called The Shack. Reporter Osa Oroko has more about this innovative idea and a new contest that has ensued.
This winter, Mr. Zalka's business and innovation class pitched an idea to administration and investors Shark Tank style. The idea was picked up and named The Shack, a food truck run by WASP students here on campus. The Shack is going to be WASP's first student-run business and will be operated by the Business and Innovation Club.
I'd call it experiential learning. It's really for them to be able to get hands-on experience with operating a business.
As for food,
things like smoothies. I know the school has been talking about having coffee-type drinks for a long time. We're also talking about tea. There might be wraps available. There might be paninis.
Students plan to develop and maintain an app called the Shack app for customers to place orders during school days. The truck would make appearances at home, sports games, and fine arts events.
The contest is a design contest, and we're opening it up to all students. And it's basically the opportunity to design the graphics that will be on the outside of the truck. It'll be the graphic design for the business overall.
Today through Friday, March 12th, you can submit your designs to Mr. Jazalka's email address. This design should be for the entire wrap of the Shack, not just the logo. The truck is 26 feet long by 10 feet high, and your design should incorporate some school colors. You can submit as many designs as you want. School administration will approve all submissions, then the Business and Innovation Club will narrow it down to 3 finalists, and the student body will choose the winner.
For the winner, we will be offering a $100 gift card to be used at the Shack. Second place will get a $50 gift card, and third place will get $25.
The Business and Innovation Club hopes to get possession of this truck this week and to debut the truck on campus this year. From WATv, reporter Osa Oroko.
Thank you, Osa. It's great to hear what students all across campus are able to accomplish through their elective slots. Reporter Brady Swanson was able to get some helpful tips for any open elective spots in your schedule.
Since getting course recommendations last week, you may have some elective spots to fill, so we interviewed some people on what their favorite electives are.
My favorite elective is choir because it's just such a fun community of like singing and having a lot of fun and like grow in like something that everyone loves because everyone's choosing to be there, no one's like forced to be there, and it's just a really fun like happy community.
So I'm taking advanced Python this year. I took Python last year and it was really cool to see how I could build off my other skills.
I took a research class and a media arts class last year that were both super fun. They were both interesting and kind of different than the normal classes I was taking, but I still got to learn a lot.
I'd say my favorite elective I took this year is Miss Urban's Monsters Mythology class. It's really interesting to learn about different types of mythology. Plus it's a small class, it's really fun with discussions and everything.
My favorite elective is musical theater studies because we basically put on a musical for our class. And you just work as a rehearsal for the entire period, and it's really fun.
My favorite elective is story animation because you get to create things from your imagination, and it's just like an open field of ideas you can choose from.
As you can see, Wheaton Academy offers you a lot of options when it comes to electives, so maybe consider to add one to your schedule. This is Brady Swanson, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Brady, for all of those recommendations. As football starts up their season, reporter Catherine Swallow gives us the inside scoop on how the players are feeling, as well as updates to their schedule.
Football is back in session starting last Tuesday, February 23rd. The season has been shortened to 6 weeks instead of the usual 9, but after talking to the coaches and players, that doesn't seem to matter very much.
I'm really excited for the season. I know a lot of our guys have been working hard.
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to be a good year.
I'm really excited about the season for a number of different reasons. Mainly for the seniors and the upperclassmen who've put in a lot of work to prep for the year.
Because of the shortened season, there won't be any playoffs. But just because there aren't playoffs doesn't mean the season will be a cakewalk.
We have a really tough schedule this year, probably the toughest ever.
I'm definitely looking forward for the opponents that we face this year, and I think that against that we can put some good numbers up against them.
We face a lot of good opponents, and it's a welcome challenge.
This spring, the boys have 3 home games against Bishop McNamara, St. Francis, and IC Catholic Prep. 3 away games will be against Westmont, Riverside Brooksfield, and Elmwood Park High School. Of course, these boys are not ill-prepared. They've been running and lifting since October and have put in as much time and effort as they possibly could given IHSA's guidelines.
Just the kind of work ethic that we have because of what COVID's done to the season, makes me really excited for how we're going to be able to do this year.
So we're going to have to hit the ground running and be prepared for our first game.
The first game will be at home, March 19th against Bishop McNamara. Whether or not the first home game will be live streamed is still to be decided, but all other home games will be live streamed, so make sure you catch them on Wheaton Academy's YouTube channel. If you want to find the dates and times for the games, check out Wheaton Academy's athletics website.
I'm looking forward to just being able to have a season with all the guys in there and just being able to have our community again and just play some football.
Scoring touchdowns, winning games, that's the best part about football.
I just want to add that I'm thankful that we get a chance to play this year. I know a lot of guys are counting on it this year, and just thank God that every day we get to be out there and be with each other.
The Wheaton Academy football team has been flexible and resilient, keeping hope throughout the unknown. These young men are finally getting the season they've been waiting for, and the seniors are getting some closure. From WATv News, I'm Catherine Swallow.
Thanks, Catherine, for the updates. We're now going to send it over to Mr. Thornton for this week's Community Scoop.
Good afternoon, Wheaton Academy. Welcome to this week's edition of the Community Scoop. Today I'd like to give you some information and updates regarding our upcoming spring round of testing, which includes the PSAT, SAT, and AP exams. We're going to be hosting an all-school testing day on Tuesday, April 13th, which will include the PSAT 8-9 for freshmen, the PSAT 10 for sophomores, and the SAT with writing for juniors. That is a full SAT, the juniors, you'll be able to use for college admission scores if you want to include that scoring, and just a great practice round of the SAT that is valid if you want to use it, or a first go at it in case you're going to be doing more testing this upcoming summer and fall. We're going to have more information coming out about that date, but I wanted to put it on your radar because it's pretty quick on the heels of spring break that we'll be having an all-school testing day on Tuesday, April 13th. Seniors, we still don't know exactly what you're going to be doing that day, but we will have information coming out soon for you about it and what you can expect, and the schedule and all the details of what to bring, when to show up, all of that good stuff will be coming out later as well. In May, we're going to start the AP exam, so this is for all you AP students out there. We wanted to give you some updates on what the College Board is doing this spring in order to accommodate the needs of the learners they have across the United States and really across the world. College Board has expanded out their testing format and dates and availability for the exams that they normally give in a 2-week window in May. Now there are 3 different administrative windows for dates for the exams. So essentially 3 different versions of the exam are being given. We have, as a school, based on input from the AP teachers, selected testing dates where we will administer the various tests across the 24 different disciplines that we administer AP exams in. Your teacher should have information for you on when you can expect to take the test and in what format. Some of those tests will be paper tests in person here at school. Others will be in a digital format that you'll be taking at home. Just be in touch with your AP teacher with more information about that, or for more information about that. We're going to be sending that out to your parents as well so that they keep informed. You do have students the option to take the test within a different time frame or time window than the one that we have chosen. And the reason I'm giving this information to you now is because we would need to know if you're going to shift away from the time window that we've chosen to a later one by next week, Thursday, March 13th. March 12th, 13th, whatever it is at the end of the week there, we need that notification so that we can record it in our systems and make sure that we're having everything ordered and updated. If you have any questions about the AP exams, you can reach out to me or Devonna Reynolds. She's our AP exam coordinator, and she would have more info for you as well. Your teachers are also a great resource. And we're excited about what's coming up for the AP exams. It's going to be a different format this year, but you all will be well prepared. And for some of you have even a little extra time to prepare than what you normally would to accommodate for some of the interruptions in learning we've had this school year. Appreciate your attention. I'm going to toss it back to the desk.
Thank you, Mr. Thornton. When you're feeling down, what's your go-to food? If you said garlic bread, you're in luck. Reporter Peter Canaris gives us a basic recipe for amazing garlic bread that you can make at home with a few simple ingredients.
What's up, Wheaton Academy? I'm Peter Canaris from WAtv. Today, we're going to be making some garlic bread. Let's get into it. So the ingredients you'll need today are 4 cloves of garlic, and you're going to want to crush those. 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 loaf of crusty bread, and then you're going to want to split it. Alright, so what we're going to do first, we're just going to take the 2 tablespoons of butter, we're just going to throw that butter into the bowl. Now let's get to chopping up the garlic. Once you're done chopping up your garlic, just push it into the bowl with the butter. Now, all you have to do, measure out 2 tablespoons of olive oil and put it in the bowl with your butter and garlic. When you got all 3 ingredients together, put them in the microwave for 1 minute. When you're done, take out the dish and start stirring. Now take your bread. I'm just using half the loaf, but you can use the whole loaf. Now you just want to cut it down the middle and split it in half. Now when you have your 2 pieces of bread, toast it under the broiler for 2 to 3 minutes until golden brown. When your oven is fully preheated, just open it up and put it under the broiler until it's toasted golden brown. When your bread is done toasting, just take your butter garlic mixture and throw that on there, on that bread. Completely optional, but you can take a nice little pinch of parsley and it will give it a little bit of color and a little bit of extra flavor. Now you just cut it up for your friends and family and enjoy.
That looks delicious, Peter. Thank you. After eating all that garlic bread, you may be looking for a way to burn some energy. Reporter Kenna Tolman gives us more insight on the well-loved Rock Climbing Club.
The Rock Climbing Club is a group at Wheaton Academy that goes to vertical endeavors every week to complete different rock climbing courses. We spoke to the club leader, Mr. Regan, and some members about the Rock Climbing Club.
The Climbing Club is a club for everyone. Complete beginners, people who've been climbing for years, everyone is welcome. The main focus is to go out to the gym, enjoy being together, and just learn how to climb better and have fun talking and being in community. We go every Thursday, right after school. I can help you out with equipment or giving you tips, tricks. I love climbing with new climbers. I love climbing with experienced climbers too. So if you have any questions, you can find me. I'm in room 130. And yeah, we leave after school on Thursday. We're there for about an hour and a half. We're back here by 6. But yeah, come ask some questions. We'd love to have you here.
The club meets every week and is easy to join. Ellen Shales shares her experience with rock climbing and the community in the club.
I started climbing about 3 years ago at the end of freshman year, and I got into it from an invitation from Mr. Tollefson. And I really appreciate the dynamic of the community. It's really relaxed. We have a great time every week, and I would recommend it to anyone who's looking to join.
Not everyone has experience before joining the club. New member George Truitt gives us a bit of insight on his new certifications and the cardio exercise he gets from it.
Climbing club's really fun. It's on Thursdays after school, and we'll head over there with the team, and it's really fun because you just get to climb and you get to hang out with friends. I like it because over the course of a couple of weeks I've gotten belay certified and I've gotten lead climb certified, which now that I've done that, I have every route open to me, and it's just great because it's a fun way to do like cardio and conditioning and a sort of like workout, but it's really low impact, so you can do a lot.
The Rock Climbing Club is a good way to stay active during the pandemic while having a great community to be with. on-campus message Mr. Regan or find him in his classroom with any questions about this club. From WAtv News, I'm Kenna Tolman. Back to you at the desk.
The weather has really started to change around here as we are beginning to see hints of spring as the snow melts. Catherine Swallow lets us know if the warm-up will continue.
Thanks, Tegan. I'm Catherine Swallow, and I'm here with the weather. As you can see, us up here in Illinois, we're pretty clear. Down here in the south, they've got a rainstorm, but this rain will be going this way, and so we're not going to get any of that. But the warm weather and the warm winds will be coming up here and will be affecting us, as you can see, in our weekly temperatures. As you can see, on Wednesday, we're going to be up in the 50s. We're going to have sun throughout the week, so it's going to be a lot warmer. And today, it's going to be, there we go. It's going to be windy throughout the day, so it might be a little bit chillier than it actually is. But again, sunny week all week. Next week, it's going to be into the 60s, which is like crazy. And you know what? I encourage you to get outside, have some fun, enjoy the warm weather. You know what? Back to the desk.
That's great news, Catherine. As we approach the 1-year mark of coronavirus restrictions in the United States, many are wondering how much longer we will have to wear masks. Reporter Juliana Perry went around the halls asking for students' opinions on continued mask wearing.
Due to COVID still being around and the possibilities of wearing masks next year, we talked to some Wheaton Academy students and faculty and what they think about it.
I think the possibility of wearing a mask for another year would be not that bad.
I'm not happy about wearing masks, but I'd rather be in school than online.
Wearing masks for another year if COVID doesn't get any better is fine by me because it doesn't really bother me that much either.
Thing to wear masks during this pandemic. It's a way to prevent further contamination or spread of the virus.
I'm not thrilled about it, but if it means we get to be in school next year, then I'm okay.
In all honesty, if we have to wear these masks any longer, by the time we're done wearing it, I'm gonna have breathing problems. Honestly.
Well, masks aren't the best and they're a little hard to wear, but I'll do anything to stay in school.
Yeah, so I, as a matter of fact, in my opinion, just to let you know, I don't care.
The sooner we can not have to do this and have real human interactions instead of this I'm pretending to be a bandit from the Old West and you're pretending to be a bandit from the Old West, I'm excited for that day.
Despite mixed reactions to wearing masks next year, students will still be determined to stay in person despite the inconvenience.
Thank you, Juliana. Now on to some announcements. There will be a girls' soccer informational meeting this Thursday at lunch in the Warrior Dome. This is for anyone planning to play girls' soccer this upcoming spring. If you have any questions, please contact Miss E or Mr. Cheney. The livestream team is always looking for more volunteers as the sports seasons continue to ramp up. Specifically, the team is in need of students who would like to try to hop on the mic and give play-by-play or commentary during one of our many broadcasts. We will be looking for people who know the sports of volleyball, football, lacrosse, soccer, and baseball. Contact Mr. Hockett for more information. In perhaps the most dominating performance a Wheaton Academy Quiz Bowl team has ever had, the Warriors beat Aurora Christian 750-0. They played a second match and still ended up winning 575-180. Daniel Titcomb and Val Tredina led the team in toss-ups for the day. Congrats to all involved. With your 4 things you need to know for this week, here's Tyler Abrams.
Thanks, Tegan. I'm Tyler Abrams, and I'm here to give you your 4 things you need to know. Number 1, we have 2 birthdays this week to celebrate. Mr. Royce had his birthday yesterday, and Mr. Regan will be celebrating his this upcoming Friday. Number 2, today's chapel included Dan Istvanik, and for Thursday, we will be hearing from our very own Mr. Skiba. Number 3, as registration for next year's classes gets underway, please reach out to Student Services with any questions you might have. Mrs. Roberts' office is right outside of the Senior Lounge. And number 4, many of our students participated in a winter theater show, and because of COVID restrictions, that performance will only be available for a short time through our live stream channel. Check out the promo that Madison Cabin made for the event.
"12 musical numbers, 23 rehearsals, 18 student production crew members, 64 cast members, 3 days of filming and 1 year unlike any other.
All right, 5, 4, 3.
Thanks, Madison. I know a lot of hard work went into making this winter show happen. We will post the link to this limited time engagement through our Instagram account at WAtv. That will do it for this week's episode. If you have any story ideas for the upcoming weeks, reach out to Mr. Hockett through an on-campus. And of course, from all of us at Studio 22, have a great day.